The biggest letting go that I had to do was letting go of a story of a relationship that had been a big part of my life. And when it ended, I had to come into terms with the fact that I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know what my life could be outside of the story that I told myself. And the pain of just that loss and grieving that loss took up a lot of my time and my energy. And at some point, it just became who I was, a person that was grieving this loss, that was resentful because of this loss, and just couldn't figure out how to move on with life from this loss. And it took me a little over 2, maybe 3 years to really find my feet and get out of the story of this is what has happened to me, into embracing something new. And I found the pain became my identity. The pain became a sort of, look at me, this is what happened to me. Wherever I would go, that would be one of the stories that I would tell. Because yes, it was painful, and with the pain came somebody to blame for the pain. And at most of the time when these sort of things happen, it's always somebody outside yourself to blame other than yourself. And when I shifted that and looked back within myself to say, how was I responsible for what happened? What is it that I need to learn from it, and how can I move forward to create something better for myself, and not let this experience that I've experienced dictate what level of love I give to somebody else, or restrict the level of love that I give to somebody else? How can I not let what has happened to me restrict me in terms of how I show up in my next relationship? And when I started doing that, I shifted my focus from what had happened to me, being a victim, into just trying to understand and see things how the other person saw them, and to see my own shortcomings and see how I really possibly could have done better in the relationship. And the more that I took up that sort of frame, the more that I took up that sort of thinking, the more I was able to let go of the feelings of hurt, let go of the feelings of resentment and wanting somebody to pay for hurting me and disrupting my own story. And I guess also just time. Time really is a healer.